Unit rates. A unit rate is how much for 1, or a fraction over a 1 of some real life problem. For instance, if you drive 120 miles in 2 hours, you are going 60 miles in 1 hour. That's the unit rate, 60 miles per hour. If you buy 3 apples for $6, then you're paying $2 per apple. That's the unit rate. Unit rate, unit rate. Unit analysis, which is also called dimensional analysis, 2 big words for letting the labels lead you through a problem. Let's look at example 4 on page 17. Example 4 says a car travels 120 miles in 2 hours. 120 miles in 2 hours. Then it says find the unit rate in feet per second. So we've got to change miles to feet, hours to seconds, and we've got to find the unit rate. So we need some conversion factors. For instance, we need to know how many feet are in a mile. You could look that up. You've got access to that. Some of you know it. There's 5,280 feet in a mile. Now, which one do I put on top and bottom? I'm going to put miles on the bottom, feet on the top, because I want my units to cancel out. That's what dimensional analysis is. So 5,280 feet on top, and that's 1 mile. Okay? Next, I've got to have a conversion factor for hours. How many seconds are in an hour? Now, I might not know that. I might only know that there are 60 minutes in an hour and 60 seconds in a minute. So I could use those. I could say that, or I could do it a different way. Let's say I choose to go 1 hour, how many seconds? Well, there's 3,600 seconds in 1 hour. How do I know where to put them? Hours need to go up, so it'll cancel with the other hour. Seconds needs to go down. So 1 hour, 3,600 seconds. Now, notice something. Miles, miles. Treat it just like you were canceling fractions. Hours, hours. Treat it just like you were canceling fractions. So, I'm going to cancel hours with hours. I'm going to cancel miles with miles. And that's going to leave me what I wanted. They wanted feet per second. So I've got feet per second. Now all I have to do is do the math to find out the answer. So I'm going to take 120 times 5,280, get an answer. Okay, I'm going to take 2 times 3,600, get an answer. Those are going to be my top and bottom numbers. When you multiply that, you get 633,600 on top, and you get 7,200 on the bottom. When you divide, you get 88. 88 what? Feet per second. Remember, the problem asks you to change it to feet per second. 88 feet per second, per 1 second. That's a unit rate. You don't have to have the 1, but unit rates always are per 1 item. Okay, turn over to page 18 in your book. Look at problem number 25. They've given us 171 miles per 3 hours, and it says find the unit rate in feet per second. So somewhere at the end we want to come out with feet per second. So we need some conversion factors. Okay, we need one that takes miles and goes to feet. 5,280 feet in 1 mile. How do I know which is the top, which is the bottom? Put the miles on the bottom so they can cancel. We want to be able to cancel. Treat it like a fraction. Okay, put the feet on top. So So that's 5,280 feet, 1 mile. The whole idea of unit analysis is letting the units or the labels lead you through the problem so you can figure out where to put the numbers. That's the whole point of it. Okay, then we need seconds again. Okay, so we got hours to seconds. Hours to seconds. Where are we going to put hours? Where are we going to put seconds? Right, hours has got to go on top, seconds has got to go on bottom, because we want to be able to take this hour, that hours, cancel, just like a fraction. Okay, so 3,600 seconds in 1 hour. Okay, now we're going to multiply everything on top. 171 times 5,280 times 1, and we're going to multiply everything on bottom. 3 times 1 times 3,600. Okay, now when I multiplied the top, I got 902,880. When I multiplied the bottom, I got 108,000. I know it's right because miles, whoops, because miles cancels with miles, hours cancels with hours. So that leaves me feet per second. When you divide them, then you get 83.6. And what's the label? Feet per second. That's the unit rate. Now, you try this one. Change 180 miles in 2 hours to feet per second and find the unit rate. Stop the video, try it. Let the units lead you through the problem. Here's how you set it up. There's how you work it. There's the answer. I hope you got it right. Another thing you can do with unit rates is compare them to see which one is greater or smaller, cost more or cheaper. Anyway, take $1.80 for 5 minutes or $19.20 for 1 hour. Which one of those would be cheaper? Or which one would be greater? Let's find out. First of all, you got minutes and hours. You got to have them the same. So change this 1 hour to 60 minutes. Isn't 1 hour 60 minutes? Next thing to do is divide. Divide 180 by 5. Divide 1920 by 60. Okay, when you divide 180 by 5, you get 36 cents. And when you divide 1920 by 60, you get 32 cents. So, this one costs less, and this one costs more. Sometimes the problem asks you for what costs less, and sometimes what costs more. Sometimes it says greater rate, smaller rate. Let me show you another way to do it. Let's say you are a runner, okay, and you went 4 miles in 40 minutes. That's not bad. Or let's say the next time you ran, you did 3 miles in 36 minutes. Which is the greater unit rate? Guess what you could do? Cross multiply up, and you could tell which one is greater. 3 times 40 is 120. 4 times 36 is 144. Which is the greater unit rate? Okay, which is the smaller? The other one. Tonight's video homework is totally amazing and awesome. I want you to get up from where you're seated watching this video and go find one nice thing you can do for someone in your family. Rinse off a dish, fold some towels, go talk to your parents for 2 seconds. Do something nice for someone in your family. Have a great night.